Hey everyone, and welcome. So, did you know that there are more non-native English speakers than native speakers in the world? That means you're in great company on this journey to English fluency. And guess what? You're in exactly the right place to boost your skills and confidence. In this video, we're going to dive deep into practical strategies and fun exercises to help you unlock your full potential in English. We'll be focusing on how to improve your speaking fluency, sharpen your listening comprehension, and refine your writing skills so you can communicate effectively in any situation. Imagine being able to express your thoughts effortlessly, understand conversations without struggling, and craft compelling written messages. That's the power of fluency, and that's exactly what we're aiming for today. By the time you finish watching, you'll have a toolbox full of techniques you can start using immediately to speak more naturally, understand native speakers with ease, and write with clarity and confidence. You'll be able to participate in conversations without hesitation, enjoy English language movies and music more fully, and even open up exciting new career opportunities. Now, for those of you who stick around until the very end, I've got a bonus tip that will supercharge your learning process. It's a simple, yet incredibly effective strategy that I personally use all the time, and I can't wait to share it with you. So, are you ready to take your English to the next level? Let's get started. The Florida sun, a heavy blanket of warmth, draped over my shoulders as I stepped onto Grandpa Joe's porch. The screen door creaked a familiar welcome, a sound etched in my memory from countless childhood summers. He sat in his rocking chair, a weathered straw hat shading his eyes, a book resting open on his lap. "Morning, sunshine," he greeted, his voice raspy but warm. "Ready to get your hands dirty?" I grinned. "Born ready, Grandpa." Planting a mango tree had been a shared dream of ours since I was a little girl, regaled with stories of his childhood in the Dominican Republic, where mangoes hung heavy and sweet from every tree. Now, after months of planning and preparation, the sapling, a fragile promise of future sweetness, sat waiting in a burlap sack by the shed. My cousin, Maria, emerged from the house, a whirlwind of energy as usual. "Let's do this," she declared, already pulling on gardening gloves. Maria, with her infectious enthusiasm and can-do attitude, was the perfect counterpoint to my quiet, reflective nature. Grandpa Joe, the steady anchor between us, chuckled at our contrasting approaches. We chose a spot in the yard that received ample sunlight, just as Grandpa Joe instructed. He explained the importance of proper drainage, his words laced with the wisdom of years spent nurturing the earth. "The roots need room to breathe," he said, demonstrating the proper depth and width for the hole. Digging proved harder than expected. The Florida soil, baked hard by the sun, resisted our efforts. Maria, impatient, let out a frustrated groan. "This ground is like concrete," she complained, wiping sweat from her brow. "Patience, Maria," Grandpa Joe advised, his voice calm. "Rome wasn't built in a day, you know." He showed us a better technique, using the shovel like a lever rather than a pickaxe. The work became easier, the rhythm of our digging a silent conversation under the watchful eye of the sun. As we worked, Grandpa Joe reminisced about his own mango tree back in Santo Domingo. "It was taller than this house," he said, his eyes twinkling. "The mangoes were so juicy. They'd drip down your chin when you bit into them." He described the vibrant markets, overflowing with ripe fruit, the air thick with their sweet perfume. His stories painted vivid pictures in my mind, transporting me to a world I'd only known through his words. A small snag emerged when we realized the hole wasn't quite deep enough. Grandpa Joe mused, scratching his chin. "We need to go a little deeper. But we have to be careful not to damage the roots." "How much deeper, Grandpa?" I asked, a little anxious about hurting the delicate sapling. "Just a smidge," he replied, demonstrating with his hand. "Maybe about 6 inches more." He explained how to gently loosen the soil around the edges without disturbing the base. The conversation shifted to mango varieties, Grandpa Joe explaining the subtle differences between Hayden, Kent, and Tommy Atkins. He spoke of the unique flavor profiles, the varying textures, the anticipation of the first ripe fruit. I listened intently, absorbing his knowledge, feeling a deep connection to our shared heritage. Finally, the hole was ready. We carefully lowered the sapling into its new home, ensuring it stood straight and tall. Maria held it steady while Grandpa Joe and I filled the hole with soil, gently packing it around the base. The act felt symbolic, a planting of hope, a nurturing of tradition. As we watered the newly planted tree, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves, a whisper of promise in the warm afternoon air. We stood back, admiring our handiwork, a sense of accomplishment washing over us. "Well done, team," Grandpa Joe said, a proud smile spreading across his face. "Now, all we have to do is wait." Speaking practice. Practice speaking this sentence aloud. The Florida soil, baked hard by the sun, resisted our efforts. Pay attention to the intonation and pronunciation of each word. Vocabulary explanation. 1. Smidge. A small amount of something. Example. Just a smidge of sugar in my tea, please. 2. Handiwork. Something made skillfully by hand. Example. The intricate quilt was a testament to her handiwork. Later that evening, as we sat on the porch, sipping iced tea and watching the fireflies dance in the twilight, I reflected on the day. It wasn't just about planting a tree, it was about planting a memory. A memory of shared laughter, gentle guidance, and the quiet satisfaction of working together. The mango tree, a symbol of our shared heritage, would grow tall and strong, a living testament to the bonds that tied us together. It struck me how much we had communicated, not just through words, but through shared experience. The simple act of planting a tree had fostered a deeper understanding, a stronger connection, a richer appreciation for the simple joys of life. And somewhere, woven into the fabric of that shared experience, my own English fluency had blossomed, nurtured by the warmth of family and the fertile ground of shared language. The mango tree, I knew, would bear fruit for years to come, but the seeds of understanding we planted that day would bear an even richer harvest. The air, thick with the scent of jasmine and the promise of ripening mangoes, whispered a silent lullaby. The day, I thought, had been perfect. Absolutely perfect.